All right, Bobcat fans, we're here on deck with head coach Chris Whatley. This segment is sponsored by Roof Masters and Bubba's 33 in Longview, Texas. Coach, how are you doing, man?
Doing good.
We get to meet again.
Yeah.
That means there's good news up in Bobcat land, round one. Y'all win 2-0 against Huntsville. Just tell us, all the fans at home, tell a little bit about that series.
I mean, Huntsville's almost like a district opponent for it. Now we've played them, I think, 8 times in 3 years. So, I mean, we know them pretty well. They know us, but, you know, we came out on top, which is good. I mean, it was 2 really good baseball games, so it was fun.
When you have a baseball game with 2 walks, no errors, and a series with only 1 error that I can think of, it's a pretty well-matched series.
Now, the defense in that second game was that was some of the best defense I've seen all year.
Well, I mean, talk about your defense. The first game, there was no errors by either team. Mm-hmm. Would you have ever thought that would happen in the first round of playoffs? You know, later on in the playoffs, it happened, but first round, no errors in the first game. And I counted 1 in the second game.
I can only remember 1.
It was good baseball, and we thought they might kick it around a little bit more, but I thought they played they played as good as they could have. I thought they played, and we knew they were going to get their best shot, but.
Well, their first baseman saved them a ton.
Yeah.
I mean, he made scoop after scoop. Third baseman fielded it, a lot of low throws to first.
Yeah.
That's got to, you know, we kept waiting. Here it comes.
Yeah, but our team did what they've done all year. Our pitching was, I mean, between Landon and Blake, it was pretty outstanding. And
You
then
didn't give up a run, Coach.
Well,
When you don't give up a run, you're going to win a lot of games.
no, they were good. They're coming on strong, and it's a good time to come on strong. So, and then the defense behind them was pretty good. So.
Well, the best part about both pitchers, Landon was at 98 pitches.
98, and Blake was 81.
I mean, how incredible does that go? 7 innings with
2 games, 2 pitchers.
Exactly.
Well, Coach, and you know, so before I go on to the big question of the series that I got is, you know, you got a lot of positives. You played great defense. You play your guys on the mound pitched very well. The bats started to come on. There was actually a lot of balls that were hit hard, but right at people. Mm-hmm. Is that something you talked to your team about? Hey, to keep going, we're going to have to, you know, continue pressing you know, in the box.
And you know, it's easy to see all the little things, but I like you said, I thought we hit some balls hard. Like Trent Johnson, the first game,
he knows
hit 3 balls on the nose, and he didn't get nothing out of it, but. You know, all we got to tell him is just, you know, Jack hits some balls hard, and it's just keep swinging it, and it's going to give us a chance, you know. I mean, that's the way baseball is.
That's how baseball goes.
I think one of the most impressive things, Coach, and this is a compliment to you, you did a small ball early in the season, and this weekend it came in handy.
Yeah. I guess Chuggy, he laid down a great bunt. I mean, and just it puts pressure on him.
There was a hit and run call.
Oh, hit and run.
I don't know if you called it, but it was executed perfectly.
Perfect.
So
Second base.
we were sacrifice button the first one, and you know, Laker got into a good count, and Laker's really good at what we do with the slash bunt, and he hits the ball that way a lot, and I thought it was a really good count that we get a fastball, and I mean, it was called, and I guess right, and Laker did the hard part, and it worked. It made us look like we knew what we were doing.
You look like a genius at that point right there.
I got the important question because Guy and I got excited up in the press box. For the first time, we thought we were going to get a red card pulled on Coach Whatley and see it. At any point, were you having just more than a conversation? Did you think, because that was still when it was a 0-0 game.
Yeah.
Am I going to get thrown out or anything like that?
I never was thinking about that, but when I caught myself going back out again.
That's when we got real excited. When you went back for more.
I didn't like the explanation I got the first time, so I wanted to hear it one more time, and it was the same explanation, which I still didn't agree with, but I calmed down a little bit.
Right.
You know, sometimes you have to work the officials just a little bit and show you're upset at them a little bit.
Right.
So, do you know exactly when to run up to that line and stop? Or
when the home plate umpire told me that I need to go sit down real quick, I was like, okay, I probably got to that line in the sand. I need to stop.
You know, it was fun though because you could tell the boys fed off of the energy, but they fed off of it in a good way, not in a negative way. You know, this is your second year as a head coach. You've coached a long time. You've been through a lot of runs. This is the second year in a row that you're in the second round of the playoffs. Last year,
2-time district champion.
both. He's got that one 2 for 2. what does this team have to do to come away to go farther than last year's team did?
It's a different team than last year. You know, last year's team was really good, but this one, you know, I think our pitching right now is clicking. I mean, obviously pitching is where it's all at. And then I think our defense I think we're in a good spot. I think the bracket sets up good with us, but we just got to take care of, this one. I mean, obviously everybody keeps asking me, are they any good? I'm like, they just beat Forney in 2. So anybody that's still playing, that means they won a playoff series. So they got something. They got to have a little confidence.
So what are we going to be looking for in the next round? What is their strengths and what is their weakness?
Now they do have their strength. I think will be their pitching. I don't know what they have after their 1 and 2 because they only, like us, they threw 2 pitchers against Forney. One that looks very comparable to like Blake. He's the same build. We got some velo on him. We had some guys watching him, and then they have a left-handed pitcher for the guy that'll probably throw a game too. And I think they're very beatable. I mean, now they can play. I mean, obviously they had 14 hits against Forney in the first game. So, but I do think our kids are, like Ethan said earlier, they're pretty confident right now, which they should be. They've been playing good.
But did Forney's pitching match up to what we have? I feel like, and this is my opinion, we have probably one of the top 1-2 punches in the state. Is that a fair assessment?
It's pretty good. I was talking, we got Coach Bailey on staff with us, and I asked him kind of to compare it to Kobe Weaver and Connor Wright, being a lefty and righty.
Yeah.
And, Logan, he's pretty honest. He said it's comparable. He said Connor was, those two are both really good.
And you were legends, legends.
But just to compare it to what, we got.
Being the same bread.
Right. No, they're definitely not there yet, but they were special. But
Cox impresses me the most with his pitch count's always low.
Yeah, he attacks.
He attacks at 0-2 count. He's attacking the zone.
He has 11 walks on the year.
That's incredible. It really is.
It is.
I mean, that's got to help you out in bullpen situations.
Yeah, Blake's been special this year. He really
Very
has.
special.
Coach, the last question, man, and I hate these segments always fly by. Put you on the spot like I did the boys so far. And I hope the best memory hasn't been made yet.
Right.
But of the memories that have been made, what's been the favorite part of this year for you, Coach?
Just watching the kids when they're successful, like just watching their faces and how they genuinely are excited for each other. Like I can sit back and watch that. That's why we do this stuff, I mean, obviously we all want to win, do all that, but just to see how the kids interact with each other and they genuinely like appreciate each other, like Jake and AJ and everybody, like that's where it's fun.
Cool. Well, Coach, thank you. Fans at home, thank y'all.
On
deck, Head Coach Chris Whatley. We'll see y'all next time.